Hello everyone and welcome to Club Reaction to St Mirren 2, Rangers 1 here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. My name's Scott Carney, I'm on my own today. First of all, to all our usual listeners or usual subscribers, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and you had a wonderful day, and I'm sure you were enjoying yourself up until you started watching that match tonight. Before we went into the Old Firm final, the League Cup final, we had shown progress. We had shown bits of improvement throughout the entire team. Even Clement's decision making in terms of the players that he was playing, what he was doing with those players, we had seen it. After the defeat, we all said, let's hope that that wasn't just a purple patch. Let's hope that there is actual progress happening there. Following on from the weekend's game, which wasn't great, I'm not going to lie, we did give him the benefit of the doubt, Ali and myself, after the game, and then you go into tonight's game and witness what we did. It was dire. It was really bad. It's back to being what we have seen previously. I'm not sure how Clement gets a pass through this one. He got a pass through the League Cup final due to obviously the decision kind of masks the penalty that wasn't awarded, kind of overtook the whole feel of the entire match, the entire reaction, the aftermath of the game, if you like. But with this one fully lies at his door, in my opinion. There is not really any way around it. He decided to make 4 changes to the starting 11 tonight, including Butland, yes, but it was still 4 changes, and 3 of the changes didn't need to be made. In my opinion, it shouldn't have happened. He started with Butland, Tavernier, Balogun, Sterling, Jeffrey, Barron came back in, Diomande, Hadji, Barami, Tierney and Igaman. In the first half, for the first 30 minutes, first 27 minutes, I'll say, the Rangers were terrible. We were poor. There was no keeper had any sort of danger towards his goal. There was no team putting authority on the game. Rangers controlled various bits of possession, but that's about it at best. And we then get an absolute ludicrous decision from Jack Butland to come rushing out his goal. Takes out the St Mirren attacker for reasons best known to Butland. I don't know what he's thinking here. I don't know what he's doing. It is a stonewall penalty. I mean, there's no getting away from it. He's not even close to the ball. He completely clears the man out. And I don't know if it's a double jeopardy thing about not getting a red, but when I seen it, I went, he could be off the park here, because it was awful. Really shocking bit of decision making from Butland. And yeah, they obviously convert the penalty. And that's pretty much all she wrote in the first half, I'm not going to lie. We lost Balogun in the first half, which again is a major concern considering the games we're coming up to. He looks to have done something to his calf. Credit to him that he didn't give up as he was chasing the ball back. He kind of pulled up as he was running back. Managed to still win the ball, get it out of play before we made the change and Proper come on, and then you've got a centre-half pairing of Sterling and Proper just now, and there is one of the major problems that we have throughout this team, is the players that we're bringing on, the players that we have available are not good enough, and they're not good enough to sustain any run of consistency for us. The defending today throughout the entire game was all over the place. Everybody all over the place. Tav was caught out, Jeffrey was caught out. Jeffrey, I think's fallen off the boil a little bit as well, and I do feel like everybody will get flung up under the bus a little bit today, from myself and probably from everybody, but probably rightly so. The way that Rangers performed today, and I know I'm kind of jumping about, the Rangers performed today, it's just unacceptable. You cannot, going to teams like St Mirren, no disrespect to them, you should not be going there and struggling. It just shouldn't be happening. And it would be okay if it was an outlier. Well, not okay, but you'd be able to accept it. This isn't an outlier. This is a revert to what we've seen previously. Might be jumping the gun, might be a wee bit of a knee-jerk reaction, but I had a feeling in the back of my mind that it was coming, based on what I'd seen at the weekend. I just thought to myself, hang on, something's not quite the same again. And that's what it was. Clement should never have made the changes that he did. He should never have made the changes, but he was the one that decided to do that. I understand squad rotation, but we have not got a good enough squad to rotate the team. We have to play our best players at all costs. We have to play our best players. We're not good enough. The team is not good enough. The squad depth, the squad quality is not good enough for him to make rotation changes when they're just not needed. They're just not required. Yes, we've got big games coming up. They're all big games now, and even more so after that shambles of performance that we've seen. So yeah, half time, we're 1-0 down. Into the second half, he makes the changes, brings on Danilo and Raskin, which they should have started. It's really as simple as that. Barami, for me, hasn't kicked the ball in weeks now for Rangers. I thought he was terrible on the ball. I thought his movement was bad. I thought he was getting caught with the ball. He was losing possession too easily. A guy that I didn't see anything from today. Really nothing from. Really disappointed in his performance. I was disappointed with the whole front four, if you like, in the first half. Just nothing coming, nothing sticking, no quality in the final third, no intent, and the tempo throughout the team in the first half was ridiculous. I think the second half, we definitely improved. The start of the second half, you could see the tempo and intent were up. We had a number of kind of chances and pressure, really. We just applied pressure for the first time to St Mirren, and it paid off. Danilo managed to get us back to one each as he fired the ball into the bottom corner after a bit of a old-fashioned stramash, if you like. The ball was bouncing all over the place and buried it into the bottom corner. And from then I was just thinking, right, Rangers, you need to continue to kick on now. You need to make the start of the second half worth it. You have to make it count. You have to go out and don't take your foot off the gas. To an extent, I don't think we took the foot off the gas, but ultimately we just run out of ideas. We just run out of quality. We run out of legs. That for me is the be-all and end-all of it. We are not going to move forward as a football team until we get rid of some of the guff that we've got in this team, and that's putting it politely. There's players in that team that shouldn't be there. Robin Proper, for me, nope. Not a chance. He shows me nothing. He can't deal with the physicality of this league. He gets caught far too often, just dilly-dallying on the ball. And for me, Sterling's not a centre half. So we've got a massive issue at centre half. We need to get to the window quick, and we need to recruit, especially if we're going to be losing Balogun now for a period of time. We have to recruit in that centre half position. But Raskin, come on, made a difference. Yes, he did. He controlled, he anchored the midfield much better than Barron. I thought Barron was a bit lost in the first half. He was decent. He kind of grew into the game, if you like, but it wasn't a glowing report for him. I don't think Raskin, you can tell he's the guy that's in form in the middle of the pitch for us, and I thought he did make a difference. We came close again, made the good link-up play with Igaman and Czerny on the left-hand side. Igaman's got to hit the target, blast it over the bar. Czerny with a shot from distance, again a wee bit unlucky over the bar. And yeah, from there, we just kind of faltered a little bit. St Mirren got their tails up. They put on physical forwards that Robin Proper absolutely despises and can't deal with. They targeted it, and yeah, they just grew into the game. They looked a more confident team, and then just right at the end, after kind of 6 minutes added on time, Sterling gets caught in the ball. They manage to counter-attack up. We've got three players going towards the ball. Czerny makes a lame attempt to try and tackle. It's cut over. Robin Proper's nowhere near his man. His man wins the ball easily, lays it back to the edge of the box, and it's fired into the bottom corner. A decent finish at that, but it's 2-1, and the game is absolutely over in injury time. We can't continue to show up for 45 minutes, not even 45 minutes tonight. You're lucky if we got half an hour out of the team tonight. It won't work. We cannot always wait for the second half to give a reaction, and that's we've seen too often under Clement. But again, that comes back to the guys that he chose to play today. I just think we're delaying the inevitable again, and it's as quick as that the things change. I never said that I thought he was the guy. I thought we might have been on a corner. It doesn't look like we're anywhere near that corner after that performance tonight, and I do think it is a continuation on from the weekend, because I don't think Rangers were great at the weekend. We probably all knew this was coming in the back of our heads a little bit. Maybe this is what this team will do. Maybe we'll get 2-3 games of decent performances, 4 games decent performances, and then revert back to sort, because we don't have the quality, we don't have the depth, we don't have a level capable of being consistent in winning games in this league. There is far too many of them that shouldn't be here. Where it leaves Clement, if I was Patrick Stewart, I'd be seriously thinking about pulling the trigger, because I don't see he's improving. I think we're going to have another 5 months of this, if you like, under Clement. It'll be up and down. It'll be a peaks and troughs season. But when you're beginning to generate a little bit of hope, and Clement's one of the guys that talks about synergy, talks about this, talks about that, then makes changes, and we look like sometimes we've never played football together. There's just no attacking intent at times from Rangers. And it's worrying how up and down it is. It really is. I just don't see how Clement is going to change things, how Clement is the guy that's going to take us forward. I can't see it. I just can't see it, because after that performance, it just feels like it was before that purple patch that we had. But to me now, it looks very much like it was a purple patch, and we are back to where we were. That is everything that we've seen previously. Just a bunch of players sometimes running about a park hoping somebody will do something, and then in a second half get a bit of a reaction, score a goal, and that's it. We still have serious concerns about our away form in this league, and yeah, we are just drifting from game to game now. As I say, I just don't know how he gets a pass from it, and I just keep going back to, I'll always be honest. I just think we're delaying the inevitable, and I don't think that feeling's ever really left me. Yes, I got a wee bit hyped up because I was sick of feeling like this. Once we started to play some better football and scoring some really good goals, I was obviously getting my hopes up a little bit, because it is tough work to look at this and watch your team do that consistently. I don't know what happens now. I think it would be best for everyone for Clement to go. Again, though, we still need to get to this window and strip the team as much as we can. We have to bring in, be it loans or whatever, we need serious starters in this team just to maintain what we're doing. We've obviously managed to get back to second place now. But obviously, Celtic drop points, and then we drop points. It's what we do. It's just what this Rangers team do. And I'm not saying that we were in the title race or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like that at all. But at least show that you've got a bit about you. At least show that if push comes to shove and that a miracle was to happen, that you would be there. But we won't be. We just won't be. There's a long way to go, unfortunately, with this Rangers squad, and it'll need to start by a lot of them leaving the club, because we're not going to improve. We're not going to improve. We're a team just full of guys that are just not cut out for this. Be it the physicality, be it the expectation levels, be it whatever, it doesn't really matter. They're just not good enough. And Clement today has to take the hit for all of it, because he's the one that put that team out at the start, and he's the one that doesn't get a reaction from the team until he gets them in at half time. Nothing he says on the sideline in that first half changed anything, and we can't continue to show up and play football for 30 minutes and hope that we're always going to win, because there'll be teams more determined than we are. Smyrna are not better than Rangers. By no means are they better than Rangers, but they're more determined than we are. Ultimately, that'll win you games. When you're not playing your best, that'll win you games. And credit where it's due to St Mirren, they didn't give up and they got the rewards. They got the hope from the weekend side that we put out, and they made it count. They made it count, and they're the ones that go home very much the happier of the two teams. So well, look, as I say, I'll probably break down a little bit more. I'm hoping Ali will be on with me tomorrow night on Club Live. If not, it'll probably just be me on my own. I'll come on and answer a few questions and stuff, so obviously this time of year and that. But I'm hoping Ali will join me tomorrow night for Club Live. The other guys are busy, but just a bit of a sobering comeback down to earth, I think, for all of us, where our worst kind of premonitions and fears have kind of came true, that it was indeed a purple patch, and we are very much back to what we have seen before. So a lot to come. I'm interested to hear what your comments are regarding this, where you feel everything is. I think I know you well enough that I'm presuming that you are going to be along the same lines of me, that I think probably enough is enough. But we'll hopefully get a wee bit more reaction from Ali and myself tomorrow night on Club Live. Until then, try to enjoy the rest of your Boxing Day if you can. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff. I'll speak to you tomorrow night. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.